Hello, this is Cody Smart with Wilmore Capital Lending, again here on our Buyer's Guidebook series. And today we're going to be talking about agency and agency relationships. So this is a little bit more technical, but I think it is useful for you to know about this and to be aware of these different types of relationships. Of course, agents all know this, but a buyer might not. So this should be useful. So the term agency is used in real estate to help determine what legal responsibilities your real estate professional owes to you and other parties in the transaction. So let's go over these. The first one would be the buyer's representative, also known as a buyer's agent, is hired by the prospective buyers and works in the buyer's interest throughout the transaction. The buyer can pay the agent directly through a negotiated fee, or the buyer's rep may be paid by the seller or through a commission split with the seller's agent. A seller's representative, also known as the listing agent or seller's agent, is hired by and represents the seller. All fiduciary duties are owed to the seller, meaning this person's job is to get the best price and terms for the seller. The agency relationship usually is created by signing a listing contract. A sub-agent owes the same fiduciary duties to the agent's customer as the agent does. Sub-agency usually arises with a cooperating sales associate from another brokerage, who is not the buyer's agent, shows the property to a buyer. The sub-agent works with the buyer to show the property, but owes fiduciary duties to the listing broker and the seller. Although a sub-agent cannot assist the buyer in any way that would be detrimental to the seller, a buyer or customer can expect to be treated honestly by the sub-agent. A disclosed dual agent represents both the buyer and the seller in the same real estate transaction. In such relationships, dual agents owe limited fiduciary duties to both buyer and seller clients. Because of the potential for conflicts of interest in a dual agency relationship, all parties must give their informed consent. Disclosed dual agency is legal in most states, but often requires written consent from all parties. One note, where Wilmore does most of our business in Texas, dual agency is not allowed. The next one is designated agents, also called appointed agents, are chosen by a managing broker to act as an exclusive agent to the seller or buyer. This allows the brokerage to avoid problems arising from dual agency relationships for licensees at the brokerage. The designated agents have their clients' full representation with all of the attendant fiduciary duties. The final one is a transaction broker, sometimes referred to as a facilitator, is permitted in states where non-agency relationships are allowed. These relationships vary considerably from state to state. Generally, the duties owed to the consumer in a non-agency relationship are less than the complete traditional fiduciary duties of an agent relationship. So that gives you a good overview of the different agent types. If you want to learn more, reach out to Wilmore Capital, go to wilmorecap.com, keep following the series to learn more about agencies and mortgage lending. Thanks a lot.